3 times. 4 times. Doing gang things. Living super clean. That done came up. Can't control us. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. Look at you done came up now. Get it how you live, mess the game up now. Ain't messing with yoga, but get the flame up. Hey, used to be Toby, but got your name back now. I see ya, paid under pressure. 25 lighters got them all on the dresser. If it ain't for you, ain't for you then. If you a lame or a sucker, wanna dress you then. Grown up now, bump the childish ways. Got a wife and a bunch of kids to raise. Punch a clock side hustle or a business you endure to ensure that all the bills is paid. Slow clap for your homeboy. Could've turned out like your homeboy. Been on the same block, cooking up the same rock on the cell block lot with your homeboy. But no, you had vision, you had goal. Brand new you on the old time road. Take care of home where you bust your low. Black men don't teach, screaming bumpy hoe. Real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but minds ain't slave. Got a little wisdom, boy, you PD grade. Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the folk that have moved up. Even if you had the slow start screwed up. Used to gang bang, now homie brewed up. Had a little plan, I had them blew up. Look at you like a man right now. Dressed to the T, smelling like a grand right now. And you ain't got nothing from a handout now. Just faith and hard work gets it planned out now. You could've took a bunch of dusty rolls. The hand dealt with a bunch of cards to fold. To stay hot while the world is freezing cold. The same plot, but the story's never old. Slow clap for your kinfolk. Could've been asking what your info. Prosecutor could be trying to do you in for the 2020 twins, so you passing out the info. But no, you had purpose, you had plans. I ain't throwing nothing on Mercedes bands. Won't impress y'all, don't need no fans. That ain't my God, who is that man? This real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but minds ain't slave. Got a little wisdom while you peak these grades. Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. Yeah, real man. Sheesh. Yeah. Doing cane things. Living super clean. That it came up.
1 time for my king doing king things. Mom these hoes cause you know he got a good thing. I submit and I cook and I clean and I never hold back on that pop. I'ma let it rain. Made me honest, I got a ring. All praises to the most high, let it sing. A real man able, sister never came. And I ain't going nowhere, this is not a game. Look at you, girl, you lonely right now. Settling for bums instead of in the most high. He provide and protect so he get our respect. And he leading us aboard when them chariots fly. I don't really think you hear me though. You can't cross this bridge on some billy goats. Let them save you in the end like a Seminole. Be help me, shout it, let the silly go.
1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up.
Shalom and shalom, sisters and cousins, and praise the Lord, saints. It's your favorite housewife, Miss Money. Good evening, good night, peace and blessings, greetings to you all from good old Metro Atlanta, GA. Thank you so much for being with me this evening. And like I tell you guys, every week you could be anywhere on the worldwide internet, but you were here with me, and I appreciate that. Give yourselves a hand. So, Angelina, shalom and shalom. All right, listen, we had to do something because look, the heat is going to be on. We had to do something with the hair. I cannot wait to see you and everybody else that is coming for F3. So yes, this is a F3 prep talk show. Okay, that's basically what we're going to be talking about. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I have not been, like, my mind has not been working like it does usually. So I didn't even pack my hot topics, y'all. We are totally freestyling the show tonight. Yay. All right, so first and foremost, if just in case you're new here, please allow me to introduce myself. Let me find my captions here. I go by Miss Mono's World in these content creator streets. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram is where you can find me and my content. Just in case you are not already on the YouTube or somehow not familiar with my hubby, please allow me to introduce to you Monologue McGad, MONOLOGMAGAD. Please head over to the YouTube, like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, check out the past show episodes, and also check out my husband's visuals, check out the music. You might see me, make an appearance here or there. That is Monologue McGad, MONOLOGMAGAD. He be in these content creator streets too, just, not as much as I do. Let's see what else. Shout out to my audience on Nisaya TV. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have not downloaded the Nisaya TV app, please do that. And if you cannot make it to a smart TV, you can always go to Nisaya, NisayaTV.net, I want to say. NisayaTV.net. I believe that's what I'm saying. Yes. Okay. So, being that this is the F3 prep talk show, this is our last show before F3 this weekend. So I just wanted to go over a couple last minute things. So here's the deal though, guys. Tomorrow at noon is the last time you will be able to buy tickets online. Tomorrow at noon, online ticket sales end. Okay. Now you will be able to buy tickets at the gate at F3 on Sunday. However, we've been telling you guys since we started talking about F3, the tickets will be mo at the door. So if you can, go ahead and get your tickets before tomorrow at noon. Okay. There are no more vendor tables, no more VIP tables. VIP tents or vendor tables. No more of those are being sold right now. So what we do have is just the general admission tickets, and those stop tomorrow at noon. Okay. So hopefully y'all will go ahead and get your tickets so that you can come and kick it with us this weekend. Just a few things, I guess. I don't know. See, here's the thing. I usually like home with a list of hot topics, but I don't have that this week. So let me just talk to y'all about what I have been seeing online. Okay. So a few weeks ago, my husband talked to me about this show, Pop the Balloon or Find Love, right? And he's like, you should watch it. I think, it'll give you some really good stuff to talk about for your show. And it really has. It really has. I've been watching a few episodes. There's been a whole show reunion. They have like updates of the people that made a match, and they got different side stories. It's a lot, okay? But watching this show has really showed me just how crazy, I guess, it can be out here dating. I've been happily married for 10 years. So I am that far removed, from dating and stuff like that. But I don't remember it being that hard. I don't remember it being that hard to just meet somebody and y'all connect, and either you like each other or you don't. But the way these people act on the show, and I get that it's a show, so it's set up that way. But also, now let me say this, okay? Because the way the show works is, and just in case you haven't seen a clip, I know it's everywhere, but the way the show works, for those that don't know, so I think I'm going to say it's like maybe like nine or 10 men or women that are lined up, and they're all given balloons, okay? And then there's a contestant, I guess you want to call them, of the opposite sex And so the host calls the contestant out there. Okay, so it's a line full of women, right? So then she's gonna call out this single guy and tell him to come out. And so as the thing goes on, once you find out you're not interested in this person, you're supposed to pop your balloon, okay? So they come out and they're like, you know, my name is such and such, I'm this old, I do this, I live here, blah 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 blah. At whatever point this person says something, or even if they come out and you don't like how they look, you're supposed to pop your balloon. And so what's wild to me is the number of women who popped their balloon and then said it was for something superficial, like outfit, like the hair. And now sometimes it's warranted. I'm not going to say it's not always warranted. Like there's this one guy that got up there in box braids. He had he had black hair and gray extensions. Okay, this man came there with box braids. So of course nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to talk to him. I wouldn't want to talk to a grown man with box braids either. Okay, so certain things I can understand, but sometimes it was just getting very nitpicky, very shallowy. You could tell that some of the choices were kind of, I don't want to say petty, but some of the choices were kind of giving, I'm just going with the crowd, okay? Because, you know, like one person would say, oh, well, I don't like this about that person. And then here comes somebody popping their balloon and they're like, yeah, I also don't like that about that person either, now that you mentioned it. You know, whereas it wasn't a problem before. And so the show I was going to do last week, because just in case y'all forgot, I was not here last week, but that was no fault of my own. There was some other stuff going on. But the show I was going to do last week was going to talk about how we kind of follow in a herd mentality when it comes to our lives, when it comes to decisions, when it comes to dating, you know, stuff like that. And so I was talking to a good sis of mine, and we were talking about F3. And so it just kind of came up. Like, I feel like we need to do an F3 prep talk show for the sisters, for the ladies, okay? Because, listen, y'all, it's summertime, okay? I get that it's summer. And I don't know, I know everybody live a different kind of life. I can only go off of my personal life experiences, okay? And so I'm gonna tell y'all, summer was always a very fun time for me. I enjoyed my summers in my senior years. Not that I don't enjoy my married summers. Let me be clear about that. But we're talking about you single people, so that's what we're talking about right now. Okay. And so I need y'all to come prepared with a few things in mind. The first thing I want you to keep in mind is that, yes, this is the Fringed Up Family Fest. Yes, there are a lot of families there. Yes, the event is geared toward families. It's a righteous event. There's going to be righteous entertainment. You're going to have clean food. Yes, it's a whole Fringed Up Family Fest vibe, right? I still need you to understand, though, that we are dealing with other human beings. Okay, I need you to understand, sisters, I'm talking to you. I need you to understand that these men that you may see there are the same men that you would see out in the street on a normal given day. I know that a lot of times, especially when you're dealing with when we were dealing with dating in the church world, right? Like you're dating this person, they go to your church, you know, y'all go to the same church or whatever. You know, they go to church and you go to church. So you like instantly feel this connection with them, and therefore you may let your guard down, right? Or even other things you may have in common with a man. Oh, we work together. Oh, we're from the same this. We go to the same school. We have this in common. We have that in common. The more you tend to have in common with a person, the more you tend to kind of let your guard down, because we tend to let these things that we have in common make us feel more comfortable, if I should say, prematurely. Okay. We'll let that fool us, right? And So we end up making a lot of mistakes. You end up wasting time with people. It's how a lot of us end up in just bad situations. Okay. So I really need y'all to understand that, yes, we are all here to have a good time, but also that's still just a man. Okay. That's still a man. You're still a lady. All right. And as a lady, it is your job to still carry out your due diligence when it comes to befriending or anything else, anyone that you meet at F3. It's not just for meeting a man. You know what I'm saying? You might meet some sisters. Y'all might hook up and try to do a little sister circle situation. And that's all well and good. Okay. But the Bible says to prove a friend and not credit them quickly. Okay. And I get it. Yes, exactly, Angelina. Being in the truth, we automatically think all men in the truth are righteous. And I'm here to tell y'all that that's just not the case. Okay. These are the same people that you run into at the grocery store. These are same people that you would run into at the mall. These are same people that you would run into anywhere else in the world. Y'all just happen to have this one event in common. Y'all both just happen to be at F3. Okay. And y'all both may be in the truth. But as someone who I've been in the truth for long enough to let you know that just because two people are in the truth does not mean that they live their lives the same. Okay. Being in the truth and saying that we are law keeping, practicing, abiding Israelites does not mean that our life looks the same at all. Okay. Even with simple, even when you get to the Sabbath, I want to say it's a simple topic, but it's not, because I see people arguing about it. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Because I see people arguing about it. So it's really not, you know what I'm saying? A simple topic. You're talking about lifestyle. You're talking about how you make your everyday choices and decisions eventually. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even when you're getting to know that person, that's still going to be a factor. And so I just want y'all to hold on a second, y'all. I don't know why this thing want to mess with me. Shemayim, shalom, and shalom, sis. Thank you for joining me. I just want y'all to please stay on your toes, okay? And please, for any brothers that may be listening, this is not me dissing men. This is not me man hating. This is not none of that. This is me warning my sisters. Okay. And I really feel like as a man, you shouldn't have a problem with that if your intentions are pure. Okay. So please, y'all, don't come to F3 acting silly and embarrassing yourself. Can I talk to y'all, please, like some sisters? Please don't come here acting silly and embarrassing yourself, okay? Because listen, it may seem like, oh, it's so many people here, but I promise you that this community is very small, and everybody knows somebody who knows somebody who knows you, and the creepy, crazy, cringy things that you do. Okay, so please carry yourself with the utmost respect and the utmost esteem, especially if you come here talking about you want a husband. You lowball yourself, you're gonna get a lowball husband. You're out here acting like a whore, you're going to get a husband who likes whores. I mean, I just have to talk to y'all like this, because this is what I don't want. I don't want 10 months from now or 5 or 6 months from now to be getting these phone calls, text messages, or I got pregnant and I don't know what happened. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. We don't want any of that. Okay. Well, if anything, we need a repeat of the couple that met and have still been happily married since then. We need more repeats of that. We don't need new baby mamas and new baby daddies. That is what we don't need. So, ma'am, sis, cousin, please come on your best behavior. Come ready to put your best foot forward. Again, especially if you're saying that you're looking for a husband. Listen, you're talking about looking for somebody to spend the rest of your life with. And do you not understand that first impressions are lasting? So however this man meets you, that's going to set the trajectory of his thought pattern about you. So if he meets you in a lowly state, why would he think to put you on a pedestal? You don't have yourself on one. You make yourself so easily available to everyone. And I know, but I'm lonely. I'm just looking for friends. Listen, I'm gonna have to tell y'all something that say it again for the one in the back. No, for real. I'm to tell y'all something that my husband had to get through my head. And you would think that, you know, me and my husband been married for 10 years. I'm 43, okay? But you would think that I would have figured this out on my own, but no, I didn't, okay? There's no such thing as just friends when it comes to a dude. It's not. And I'm not saying you can't have platonic friends, but I'm saying the last time I had a platonic, totally platonic male friend was in freaking high school. Okay? High school. And as an adult, let me tell you that not too soon after we graduated, each and every one of them let me know that they was just sitting around waiting for an opportunity. Okay, so please get that out your head that, oh, I'm gonna meet this dude and me and him is just gonna be friends. When it comes to men, a friend is code word for someone I can smash and they don't expect anything in return. Okay, you're the one that he can smash. He doesn't have to respect you. He doesn't have to feed you. He doesn't have to take you out. You his friend. You his buddy. He come over, y'all kick it, y'all Netflix, y'all chill. You probably cooking for him because any woman that's entertaining a man that she just met at her home, you're stupid enough to be cooking for him. Because we don't do them first dates at the house. You take me out like you got some kind of sense. Nobody's saying you got to drop a band on the first date, but you take me out somewhere. You take me for frozen yogurt. Take me for ice cream. Take me to Starbucks. Take me for pizza. Take me somewhere. You keep letting these men into your home. So what's next? Like y'all don't leave any goals. You don't leave any goals. So then what else is there to do? What else is there to know? I know that you think that your personality is just so freaking amazing that even after, you know, y'all have sex, he should still be interested in you. But ma'am, sis, cousin, let me be the one to pop your balloon and to tell you that if he has not taken the time to get to know you and get interested in your wonderful personality before y'all have sex, it's not going to happen. It's what do he got to get to know you for? For what? Why should I care what your favorite? I got what I came for. Listen, when I go shopping, I go in and I get what I came for and I'm gone. All right. Now I might stay a little bit. Sure. I might spend some time walking around the store. But once I got what I came for, I'm gone. I'm not staying around. And so when you give him what he came for, what is he staying around for? There's nothing so wonderful about you, ma'am. You're not that funny that he can't get that from someone else who he can actually take around his friends and family and they'll be respectable. Now, look, if you're saying, well, I'm not looking for a husband, then this talk ain't for you, boo. Don't come to F3 with that whoredom. Okay? Don't come over here with that. But then this talk ain't for you. I'm not talking to you. You just come there and have a good time there. But for those of y'all who are saying, no, I want something different, I want something better, even if you're just wanting to change the way that people look at you, change the way that people perceive you. I never understood, well, I'm not going to say never. Like, it took me a long time to understand the differences in how women carry themselves, okay? And it's not about how expensive or how cheap your clothes are. It's not about whether you have brand name labels or not. It's not even about if your hair and nails is done. It's not about if you have on makeup. It's about your spirit and how that resonates through you, through your actions, through how you talk to people. Okay, I saw a post not too long ago from a married woman who said that she gives her phone number out because she would rather give a man her phone number than for them to pew her. Okay. And I'm not saying that I am not aware that these kind of things are happening out there. I'm very aware of that. We all, you know what I'm saying, hear about it when it happens. But what I'm going to say is that it takes so long to go from how you doing to can I get your number, that as a married woman, you should never be in that situation. You should never. The only thing I like, okay, maybe if we standing in line. Or, no, because even then, like your body language is shutting people down. Your body language is shutting people down. I'm not making eye contact. I'm not having no prolonged conversation. Hi, how you doing? Yes, I'm good. Thank you. And I'm keeping it moving. I'm not giving no indication, but that's the thing. Y'all and y'all wanting behavior be giving indications that that's what you want. And same thing for my single sisters. Like you can't complain about, oh, why they always up on me when you carry yourself. You carry yourself that way to make people think that you're available. You dress that way to make people think that you're available. So they're going to treat you like you're available. Something else we need to talk about. Let's cover the hygiene portion. Let's get in the hygiene, okay? I don't care what that lady on that Lumi or that Mando commercial get on TV and says. There's nothing better than a shower with soap. There's nothing better than a shower with soap. Please. Shower with soap. Okay? Get a washcloth. Get you a little loofah thing from Target or whatever. This heat is not playing. Okay? Some of us, listen, ladies, you know that throughout the month, your body chemistry is changing. Okay? One day you could be fine, and then the next day you worry about something. All right. So what I want to tell y'all is go ahead and pack and prepare. Okay. You're going to be sweating. Pack you some baby wipes, babe. Get you some baby wipes. Go and get you some all over deodorant. I tried to use that Lumi and it burned my skin. I really believe that that is for people who don't shower every day. Because it says on a thing like, oh, it's good for 72 hours. But babe, who's going 72 hours without washing? That is disgusting. And so what I'm saying is, if that works for you, that's fine. It didn't work for me because I put deodorant on every day. So it didn't work for me. But if that works for you, that's fine. Get whatever works for you. Use some Shea Moisture. They have a great all over deodorant. You can get the little Dove body spray all over deodorant. Find you an all over deodorant that works for you. Okay. Bring your supplies, y'all. Bring extra of everything. Anything that you might think that you might need, ladies. Bring extra of everything. Okay. Go to listen at 5 Shaka boom, 80. Shalom and shalom. Yeah, and see, I'm trying to be, I want to be sensitive about the topic, but I feel like this is something that we need to talk about. Like, we need to discuss this amongst us. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to have a little family conversation about the situation that's about to be upon us, because you don't want people avoiding you. And come on now, nobody wants to be the stinky person at the party. Like, so shower, please. Okay. 2-3 times a day. I'm telling y'all, in this Georgia heat, 2 shower minimum for me. Okay. A day. Yes, bring your wipes, bring your deodorants, bring a change of clothes if you need to, bring a change of underwear if you need to. You are going to sweat. My ladies of a particular age who may be in various stages of perimenopause and just regular menopause, yes, ma'am, you're going to sweat. Run to Five Below and get you the little fans that you keep around your neck. I'm telling y'all, I got me some of them. Oh, I love that thing. I love it. Anytime I go somewhere, bring my fan with me. Bring you a couple of fans, especially if you got a VIP tent. Bring you a couple of fans. Shoot. Bring a couple of fans. I'm not playing. Get you the little mist thing that squirt the water out. It's too hot. Bring extra sweat towels, clothes, drawers. No, for real. You'll be like last year when I tell y'all I was surprised at how I sweated through my clothes. Okay. So please, this year, bring it. Get you a Stanley, get you a almost Stanley. Go to Walmart, get you one of them tumblers or something. Pack that mug with ice. We'll have water there. You ain't got to worry about. It's gonna be free water, so you ain't got to worry about water. Okay, pack you some ice and bring some water, please. It's gonna be hot. This heat is no joke. Please make sure you eat. Okay. A big reason that a lot of people suffer from heat exhaustion, heat stroke is because they are not eating. Eat, please. There will be food there. Okay. So eat before you come, eat throughout the day, drink water throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Have your little fun drinks. I am definitely going to have me a couple of drinks, but I will also be drinking plenty of water leading up to the event. Okay. Prepare for it like it's a marathon. Start drinking your water now. All right. No, seriously. And it's just, you know what I'm saying? Because we want everybody to come out and have a good time. We don't want any incidents. We don't want anything. We don't want anything bad happening. We just want this to be a pleasant experience for everybody that comes out. So please make sure you have your supplies. As far as the kids, bring extra stuff for them too. Okay, I'm about to talk about something else. Okay, as far as the kids, there will be stuff there for them to do. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, we'll have a kids zone. There's a playground. There'll be plenty of stuff, and there'll be plenty of kids. So don't worry about that. There'll be plenty kid stuff to do. So I think that's really it for the F3 things. You can get tickets online until tomorrow at noon. Don't forget about that. And if not, we'll see y'all at the gate. Get your tickets. Hopefully. Okay. So you know what? I can't even talk to y'all about the BET Awards because I did not watch it. I did not watch them at all. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have not watched the BET Awards in a few years. Man, it's been years. Like well over 10 years since I've watched the BET Awards show. Because it's just it's the same thing at this point. It's just they show us the same stuff every year. It's the same or somebody new. I mean, it's the same repetitious programming, I guess I would say. But the one thing that stuck out to me, and I don't know if y'all been following this whole Remy Ma and Papoose situation, okay? But the one thing that stuck out to me was how Remy Ma came dressed. And I had posted the picture on my Facebook, right? And on Instagram, right? But I could tell the people that was liking the picture on Instagram wasn't reading the caption. They wasn't reading the caption. They was just liking the picture. So I took it down off of Instagram. Because it wasn't making the points. But my point, what stuck out for me so much about her and the way that she arrived, and please, I don't want anyone to be like, oh, why are you picking on her? Why are you hating on her? It's not just about her. It's about the behavior, okay? Because we see this behavior a lot, all right? Now, she went to jail, okay? She went to jail for accidentally shooting someone. She didn't even shoot the girl on purpose, all right? I remember seeing this story on like a true crime show, and I didn't realize that she accidentally shot this girl, okay? the gun was loaded in her purse and they were struggling back and forth over the purse. That's how the girl got shot. Okay, but so she went to jail for like 7 years, all right? But the whole time, Papoose, who became her husband while she was in jail, they got married while she was in jail, I believe. But he stayed with her the whole time. And they've told this story themselves. And see, what I don't like is I don't like when a couple comes out and tells their story, right? And then when the woman does something wrong, now all of a sudden the man wasn't there. Because when Remy and Pap was together, they was black love, and oh, Papoose is the dream man. Look how he holding her down, and oh my goodness, Pap so this, Pap so that. But then as soon as it came out that Remy was running around with somebody else, and all of a sudden Pap wasn't all that. And he didn't really hold her down, and he was such a bad man. No, that's not what y'all was saying when y'all was hashtagging black love under all their pictures. That's not what y'all was saying when y'all was commenting goals under their pictures. And this is another thing that we've got to talk about: accountability. Okay, the facts are what the facts are. And if it's a lie, they told it. She was on there telling it. I don't know if y'all remember them on Love and Hip Hop New York, okay? But they was all black love, dream couple, all this. And so, but now that she done went out here and made a fool of herself, and all of a sudden y'all trying to take away from this man and say he didn't do what he did. That's not right. All right. So now she went from being this man's wife, a respected rap artist. I mean, she had it all. She had a career, she had the family, like she had it all. And then now she's thrown this away for some up and coming battle rapper. I'm gonna say that because he's no Papoose. He ain't no Pap. Okay. So she threw it all away for some up and coming battle rapper just to end up at the BET Awards naked. She's literally naked. How is this? And how is this what we supposed to aspire to, though? Because she's at the BET Awards. She's on the red carpet. So, why are we now? Why will we throw the man under the bus just to justify the woman's wrong? And we got to talk about it, because how do you leave a good man? How do you leave your husband, who you got on here and told the world that he was all this wonderful and he did this, and y'all did interviews and everybody was talking about, oh, Pap is so rare because he held her down, and men don't hold their women down in jail. Y'all did all this. Y'all made all this noise, all this fuss. And so how do you throw that away? And I'm disappointed in the audience for not respecting, because I don't want nothing to do with her now. Like, I used to watch her battle rap league. I don't even want to watch that now. Like, no, you're disgusting. You're everything that's wrong with black women. Everything that's wrong with black women. Because while you was in jail and working your way up, he was good enough. And now what? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I love Remy and all. She's no Cardi B. She's no Nicki Minaj. She ain't that. And hey, y'all see Cardi B won't leave Offset. No matter how many times they break up, how many times he get caught with another woman. She pregnant again. She ain't leaving her husband. Y'all see who Nicki Minaj with? She ain't leaving him, no matter how many child predator jokes y'all keep making about her. She ain't leaving him. And I don't care what nobody say, Papoose was writing for Remy. Basically helped build her up to what she is now. And then what? You got bored? Listen. 9 times out of 10, When you hear about a woman doing something disgusting and disturbing, like destroying her family, it's never a good reason. It's never a good reason. It's never anything that justifies destroying what you destroyed. He wasn't beating on you. He wasn't embarrassing you. There wasn't no rumors. There wasn't no pictures. He wasn't in no tabloid. You ain't never even seen him walking too close to another woman. And see, the problem is women will sit there and defend this behavior. You'll defend it online. You'll defend it in conversation. And then you wonder why a man won't take you seriously. Because if you'll defend someone else doing it, then clearly you feel like this is okay for your life. I saw a post before that said, a woman will leave her husband who cheated just to get with another man and keep getting cheated on. And that ain't even what happened here. That's not, there's, as much as people, I hate when something happens and there's a post about it and everybody wants to come with the what ifs and the exceptions to the rule, okay? Like there was this post about a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old that was still in diapers, right? And the number of people that came on the post, and now there's no indication that anything is wrong with these kids. The mama didn't say nothing like that. It's a 3 or 5-year-old in diapers, okay? And the number of people that were just so ready to offer maybe there's something wrong, maybe there's something wrong. It makes it too easy for us to indulge in bad behavior, knowing that there's always an excuse waiting for us. It's easy to do what you want to do when there's somebody there to offer an excuse. Like, well, why did you steal? Oh, I have a mental illness that causes me to steal. I have this and it causes me to do that. I have that and so I can't do this. And that's just too readily available these days. It's too readily available. And so I feel like that's another thing that's just on this mountain of things that stop us from taking accountability for our actions. And this is what I'm telling y'all about this weekend too. Don't come down to Atlanta acting crazy, performing some actions that you're not willing to be accountable for. Because just like we sit up here talking about Remy, they're going to be sitting in the back talking about you. Talk about such and such from such and such a place and what she did. And how she did it and how many people she did it with. Ma'am, sis, cousin, please make sure you have enough money on you when you come down here. For those of y'all that's traveling here, please make sure you are prepared. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you may have to be dependent on a stranger as much as you can help it. As much as you can help it, okay? Sidebar. Sidebar. And so I don't think we all understand what it means to what it means when you say that you want to be a wife. You know, we say that, oh, we want to be married to a man of God who understands the scriptures, but do you really understand according to the scriptures what it means for you to be a wife and what that role entails? I tell my daughters all the time, enjoy your singleness. Like, enjoy your singleness, travel, do what you want to do. Because once you get married, it's no longer about what you want to do, okay? Now you're partnering with your husband and carry forth a vision. And that takes priority. Your children are going to take priority. So, ma'am, sis, cousin, please stop thinking that you're going to get married and then you're still going to be able to hang out with your girlfriends. Like, oh, it's not going to be that big of a change. You know, my life is still going to go on as normal. It should not. There should be a big change. There should be a huge change in your life once you get married, and you should prepare for that. Okay. So, what I mean, let me tell y'all something. Like, I just want to prevent you, and this is not just F3 advice. Please don't think this is just advice for this weekend. Take this with you throughout the rest of the summer and for all your future summers. Listen, the way I used to get down, there were relationships that were just for the summer. Okay. Like, if I meet you in June, probably not going to be around in September once life gets back to normal. You know, I'm not saying everybody does that. I just know that that's what I did. And there are other people like me out there. Okay. So I always listen, anybody you meet in the summer, don't loosely. Okay. Loosely. Because it's that time of year. Everybody's outside. It's hot. People at the beach, people at the pool, it's cooked out. It's a social time of year. This is the time of year you're supposed to meet people. But just because you met a person doesn't mean you have to be in such a hurry to solidify the relationship. And I know this might sound childish. I know y'all might think I'm being silly, but I am begging y'all, please, just like calm down and pay attention. Like, give it time. Y'all don't even give these dudes a hot 6 months before you call yourself knowing them. And the fact is, you don't know anything about them at all. But you've given them all that you have in the world to offer. And now you want to sit back and cry, but it's too late. Alicia Cole Rain, shalom and shalom, sis. Thank you for joining me. Now it's too late. It's too late. You done gave it up. Your feelings is hurt. Your heart is broken. He will always be able to walk around and say that he had a piece of you. And then you gotta look at yourself and be like, oh my gosh, why did I let that happen? What is that? Then you gotta look. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Husband. I'm sorry, y'all. Husband. It's something over there that's knocking, and I cannot talk with that sound. Thank you. What? You can't close the door with it? Okay, sorry, you guys. What was I saying? I forgot what we was talking about. I know we were talking about accountability. Okay, yes. So take that advice with you for the whole rest of the summer, okay? Not just this weekend, all right? I want you to always approach any situation with your best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? Not just right now. Oh, we was talking about Remy and Pap. Okay, let's get back to that. Because, like, I don't know if you guys have ever, but I know I have been in situations that I know only the Most High could have put me in. Like, I got this great job, or I got this great opportunity, or, you know what I'm saying? Something came up and it was advantageous to me. But for some reason, I was not in my right mind, and I may have messed up that opportunity. I fumbled the bag. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of like that. It's like you have an opportunity to be a part of this great thing, this thing that's bigger than yourself, okay? But because you got too caught up in your own feelings, you've ruined it and thrown everything away. And now you sit back and you have to live with the regret of what you've done. And let me tell you, like, regret is a horrible thing to live with. It's really bad when you have to sit back and play it in your mind over and over again and think, dang, only if I would have done this, only if I would have done that. I should have never done this. I should have never done that. You know, one of the most like, I don't know if I want to call it ironic, funny, I don't know what I want to call it, but one of the like most surreal things that I deal with is when I talk to my biological father and he talks about how much he still loves my mom. And they've been divorced they split up when I was like 8. So over 30 years now. Over 30 years now they've been split up. But he will still to this day, and he's been married twice. He's currently married right now, but he will still tell you to this day that he still loves my mother. And he hates how that ended, even though he was the one that I'm not saying my mom was perfect, but when it came down to the final, and he still lives with that regret. And it's just crazy to me because it's like, not only did he not learn from that, he's still kind of making some of the same mistakes. And that's what a lot of us will do, right? Like a lot of y'all will sit back and be like, dang, I had me a good one. I should have did this, that, and that. And you might get another one that's halfway decent, but because of whatever's going on inside of you, you can't seem to pull yourself together to rise to the opportunity that's presented to you. A lot of y'all do it with work. Like you'll get a job and you be like, oh, this is a good job. You know, I'm gonna keep this, blah, blah, blah. They got benefits, me and the kids, whatever, whatever. But for some reason, you cannot get to work on time. You cannot wake yourself up on time and be there on time. You cannot do what these people ask you to do. You can't meet your production quotas. You can't comply to the schedule. For whatever reason, you cannot rise to the opportunity that is presented to you. Okay. I need y'all to realize, baby, that yes, the days of life are long, but the years are short and they run up on you before you know it. One of the saddest things to me, and I pray to the Most High that I never have to be in this situation. Like I pray to the Most High that we are financially savvy enough to save up so that I don't have to be working past retirement age. I don't want my husband working past retirement age. Like I want us to be chilling, sipping lemonade and playing with grandbabies should the Most High tarry. It pains my heart to see elderly people in the workplace. And look, I know some of them want to be there. Okay. I know some of them just take a job just so they don't have to be bored at home. But I'm talking about the ones that really don't want to be there. Okay. And like I tell y'all all the time, like if some people would be honest with you, they would tell you, like, I just made a bunch of bad decisions. Or heck, it don't even have to be a bunch. I made this one bad decision. And here I am. I was watching the TikTok. There's 3 girls in a car. The police pulled the car over and they called the dogs. The dogs were sniffing the suitcase. And the 2 girls pinned the bag on the one girl. And the officer was like, well, what happened? What brings you to this point today? And the girl's like, well, my dad is in law enforcement, so I know better. So you know better. But you still made this decision that has you in this position that you're in right now, getting ready to go to jail with your father in law enforcement. It's just one bad decision. And see, a lot of times we don't like to listen to discernment when the Holy Spirit is trying to tell us something. Being married is one of the hardest jobs you'll ever have. I've been in it for 25 years. It is the hardest. Like next to parenting, marriage is hard. Okay, but it's also the most rewarding thing. Next to having kids, the most rewarding thing. Family life is a world of its own. And unfortunately, we just come from a group of people who don't get to see that. We don't routinely grow up in homes with 2 parents. We don't routinely grow up in multi-generational homes. We don't routinely have the pleasure of our grandparents being able to babysit our children because they're working too or whatever. Okay, so we don't routinely get to observe the complexities, the ups and downs of family life. But when I tell you it is a wonderful, beautiful thing, and I want it for all of my sisters. Like I want for y'all to be happily married to a good man, raising a happy, healthy, beautiful family. But for some reason, okay, there's, what is it? The pride, lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life. Okay, these are the three things that lead us to sin. Lust of the flesh is something you see that you want. I mean, not see that you want, because that's the lust of the eye, but lust of the flesh, like wanting to eat, wanting to consume, wanting to partake. Lust of the eye, you see things that you want. The pride of life, oh, I'm alive, I'm strong, I'm healthy, nothing's going to stop me, nothing's going to hinder me. Okay, these are the things that will lead us to sin. And it's that pride of life that makes you think that, oh, I got all the time in the world, I'm gonna live to be, 150. I got all the time in the world to get right. I got all the time in the world to get right with the Most High. I got all the time in the world to stop hoeing around. I got all the time in the world to find a husband. And baby, them years will creep up on you so fast. I don't know what happened from 18 to 40, but somebody must have hit fast forward on the cassette box of my life, because those years go by so fast. And when you're 18, it's easy to look at a 40-year-old woman and say, oh my gosh, I don't want to end up like that. But are you making the right choices so that you don't end up like that? And one thing I always prayed this prayer, like, Lord, please don't let me be a 40-year-old fool. I used to wait tables in a nightclub, and it was always old women in the nightclub, and they looked horrible. Sitting at the bar, drinking, smoking cigarettes, up dancing, all loud and obnoxious. Everybody laughing at them, not laughing with them. Rubbing up on some old man, and he looking at, not old man, but young man, and he looking at him crazy. I never wanted to be that woman. 40 years old, still ain't got my mind together. Don't know if I'm coming or going. Sleeping with this one and that one at 40. No, I looked at that and I was like, Yahweh, please, never me. Okay, because I'll be honest with y'all. I was making my mistakes. I was bumping my heads in my 20s. My 20s was a very turbulent time for me, okay? But even in those times, I knew, Lord, this is not what I want for my life. Please. I can't help myself. Just help me to get through this. I don't want this to be my life for the rest of my life. I know you have more for me. Help me to get my mind right. But a lot of y'all don't want to submit for fear of what? Let me tell you something. There's nothing that the Most High is going to take out of your life that he's not going to replace. Please stop worrying about people and places and things that can easily be replaced and are not worth the cost of your soul. You keep hanging out with people who mean you no good. You keep going to these places that only like depress you and make you feel bad. You keep holding on to your material things as if your Louis and your Gucci and your Prada brings you any comfort when you're laying alone at night. It does not. It does not help you when you're crying out to the Most High, wondering why you can't connect with him. None of that helps you. Yes, it's nice to have those things. Don't get me wrong. But where is your soul? Where is your soul? If you was to pray right now, do you really honestly feel like the Most High hears you? Can you go before him with a clean conscience right now? Or if you go to prayer, do you spend 15 minutes? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Every time you pray, it's just it's just confession. It's just confession. There's no relationship building. He's not sharing anything with you. You're not discussing any future plans. You're not asking about your goals. All you're doing is apologizing for the same sins over and over again. And I'm not even going to say you're repentant, because to repent means to turn away from it. But if you coming back every week, or however often you decide to pray, every 2 weeks, every month, or whatever, with a long list of things you need to be forgiven for, That's confession. That's not prayer. Thank you, sis. And so you can never grow from that. If we constantly got to teach you how to write your ABCs, you're never going to be able to write an essay. You're never going to write a book. You're never going to do anything because we keep having to go over your ABCs with you. How do you want the Most High to bless you with a husband and you won't even listen to him? You don't take his discernment, the one who breathes life in your body. You won't listen to him. So why should he send you one of his finest men? Why should he send you that? You won't listen better. I'm so tired of I deserve. For what do you deserve? For what do you deserve? Because deserve means you earned it. Okay, we don't deserve God's mercy and favor. We don't deserve that. Okay, so I don't know why I deserve a good man. Are you a good woman? According to who? According to whose standards? The truth of the matter is, if a man treated a lot of y'all the way that y'all try to treat these men, you would run away from them and claim that they're abusive and want everyone not to be bothered with them. But because for some reason you got the XY chromosome, you feel like it's okay for you to act like that. And it's not. And you know how you know it's not? Because you still sad, you still lonely, you still depressed, you still can't get it right. And you're never going to get right until you start treating people the way you want to be treated. Like for this whole bully, mean girl attitude is cute for a little bit, but nobody really want to put up with that. And as soon as he gets tired of you, he gonna be on to somebody else. I'll tell y'all something, okay? And it didn't really hurt me because I didn't really like him like that. But I did treat this dude real bad. He was nice and all. I just didn't like him, okay? But I treated him bad. I did. I talked to him crazy and stuff. And one day I seen him with this with this other girl. And he literally told me, well, she's nice to me and she cooks for me. And I was like, oh, well, I ain't doing all that. So, you know what I'm saying? But no, some of y'all be losing out on what you want because you don't know how to treat a person. You don't know how to talk to a person. Listen, y'all won't be kind. You'll be, what is the word that I'm looking for? Like, you won't do the simple things of being pleasant in a conversation, being courteous, being friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't be kind, but you'll jump straight to doing too much. Like, I'll be nasty and rude when I talk to you, but oh, you want to come over here? I'll cook you dinner. I'll rub your feet. I'll do this. I'll do that. You don't have to do all that. How about you just start treating a person with some decency and letting the relationship grow from there? But a lot of y'all feel like you can throw your vagina in a man's face and that he's going to forget about everything that is wrong with you. And what I'm here to tell you is that there are just too many vaginas walking around here for you to feel like that he has to put up with that crap from you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to say that. I'm the prize, ma'am. And I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, okay? The prize is the thing that is being worked toward. And if you are a woman out here saying that you are looking for a husband, then guess who's not the prize? In your eyes. You should be the prize in your husband's eyes. Yes. But if I'm playing the game from your point of view, you are not the prize. Okay? I'm sorry. I probably wasn't supposed to say that. Sister Delta, shalom and shalom, sis. Thank you for joining me. Clifton Simmons, shalom and shalom. Thank you so much. All praise to the Most High, y'all. Mr. Simmons will be our comedian on Saturday at the Equity. So we have to we got to rework our thinking. And listen, there's nothing wrong with the man being the prize. Like I tell y'all this all the time. Like, it's a reason why he's supposed to ask you to marry him, because he is agreeing to take on the responsibility of bringing you under his wing, of washing you and preparing you so that he can present you to the world, to the Most High, as his wife. Like, you don't understand. You're supposed to be a shining emblem of your husband's hard work. Like, when people look at you, they are going to make an assumption about the kind of man that your husband is. They're just going to. But a lot of y'all aren't ready to present that man in a good light. Like, you don't even care to keep yourself up enough. So why would he think that you're going to do it when you're with him? And hear what I'm saying when I'm talking about keeping up, okay? Because I understand a lot of y'all have no problem get your hair done. You have no problem get your nails done. You have no problem keeping on that waist trainer. But man, what does your house look like? Is your car filthy? When's the last time you washed up under that wig? This is what I mean by keep yourself up. The behind the scenes stuff that no one else sees. I saw a story one time about a girl who went and got her makeup done and left it on for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. First of all, that setting spray must have been amazing. Okay. That setting spray must have been straight from heaven. And then, but secondly, so you went 2 weeks without washing your face? That's nasty. And see, a lot of y'all will fool a man with stuff. Like, y'all will get over with certain stuff, certain attitudes, certain bad habits. You know, you feel like, oh, he a man. He not smart. You know, he not smart enough to figure this out. But who is gonna figure it out? His mama, his sister, his cousins, his female friends. They gonna peep you out from the first time they see you, and you should know this. Y'all probably don't know this though, because your brain is not firing on all cylinders, so you're not observant enough to know that. Every time I watch her, her acne must have been massive. I can't imagine what her face looked like. Keeping on not washing your face for 2 weeks is disgusting. And so here's my thing though. Was she brushing her teeth? Because I brush my teeth and then I wash my face. She probably wasn't even taking a shower. The steam from the shower would have messed up that is nasty when you think about it. Nasty when you think about it, really. I mean, come on. Look. If you focus on what's important, the rest of what's to come will come to you. Oh my gosh. What is the Bible verse? I can't think of it. No. And all these things will be added unto you. Oh, what is the first part of that Bible verse? Keep your mind stayed on the Lord. No, not that. No, not that. Dang it. Y'all, I don't know why I cannot recall the first part of this scripture. Come on, chat, help me. And all these things will be added unto you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Thank you. That's it. Praise the Lord. Thank you. Okay. So that's what you're supposed to be doing. I got it already. Where was you when I was calling for help?
You know, I'm like 20 seconds behind.
Oh, you can't hear me through the door? Oh. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Angelina. Y'all coming all late. Yes, but okay, so from that verse, you should understand the priorities of your life. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all its righteousness. And see, a lot of us were taught in church that men like Noah and men like Job, they were just called righteous. They were, I mean, for some reason, they were just righteous. We weren't taught that these men were keeping the law of the Most High. We weren't taught that these men were living in a certain discipline. We were taught that, oh, these men were just righteous, okay? But now that we know better, all right, we understand that seeking righteousness means keeping the way of the scripture, keeping the laws of the Most High. All right, so now once you start doing that, then all these things will be added unto you. The scripture before that talks about not worrying what you're going to eat, not worrying what you're going to drink, not worrying what you're going to wear. Okay, and apply that to every area of your life. Apply it to everything and understand that as long as you are seeking the Most High and walking in righteousness, the things that you need and want will come to you. It's all about his timing. Us in our finite human minds cannot even begin to understand the concept of time from the Most High's point of view. You have to remember, he is infinite and eternal. He's been here and he's gonna be here. Okay, so our little chunk of time it's small to him, right? So you might feel like, oh Lord, I've been waiting a whole year for a man. But what's a year to the Most High? What's 2 years? What's 5 years to the Most High? What's the time to the Most High, especially when his goal is to have you perfected so that you can carry out the purpose for which he originally even created you? That's his goal. Yes, part of that goal is having a husband. I honestly believe that. I believe that men are supposed to be with women, women supposed to be with men. Like, I believe this is a thing here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is what's supposed to happen. Now, are there some people who just, are not meant to? Or yes, that could be possible. And then we have to factor in you understand what I'm saying? But ultimately, if you are seeking the Most High and all of his righteousness, your life is going to come together the way it's supposed to. You don't have all answers. You're not supposed to have all the answers. If you had all the answers, you would be out here trying to connect the puzzle pieces to yourself. Like, if you knew that Jerome was supposed to be your husband, you would not wait for that thing to play out. You would walk up to Jerome right now and be like, dump your girlfriend. You're supposed to be mine. If you knew that, okay, you're supposed to have, this car, you would not be concerned about the steps that it takes to get to that car. Okay. The car is your end goal, but you don't see the job you have to get. You don't see getting fired from that job. You don't see the time you have to wait to get another job. You don't see the wonderful opportunities that the Most High has taken to show himself. You don't get the miracle bonus. There's so much that the Most High wants to do so that he can show himself to you between where you are and where you're going. But a lot of us don't want to go along for the ride, or you start on the ride like our forefathers leaving Egypt. You start on the ride, but then you start acting up. So now it's detours and the ride is taking longer than it was originally supposed to. Let me get to some of y'all comments. A day is like 40 to the Most High. Right. We can't comprehend that. Shalom, sis. It's Sabbath class still on for Saturday? Yes, there will be Sabbath class on Saturday. I'm sorry if I forgot to mention that, you guys. Yes, there will be Sabbath class Saturday morning. Danny Hemp, thank you for joining me. Esty Jr., thank you so much for joining me. So yeah, so what I was saying is you either won't go or you'll go and you'll start and then you'll mess up. And now you're in some mess longer than you were supposed to be in it. Right? You'll go, you'll start to walk, but you keep looking back and you can never move forward when you're looking back. I've heard so many stories, especially when you live in the hood. You hear so many stories about young men who played football or played basketball, got a scholarship, went to college. They're off living their life and they come home for the summer and that's it. Or they come home for the summer and they running with their boys and they get caught up and now they in jail. You hear these stories so many times, and it really is like a living example of how Lot's wife looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. She was permanently stuck in that place. Imagine making it out the hood and you're at some call. You make it to Atlanta to come to Morehouse or Clark or whatever. And instead of you finding something constructive to do during the summer, an internship, getting you a job, anything, you decide, oh, I'm gonna go back home and run the streets with my homies for the summer. And now you're an innocent bystander, or maybe a not so innocent bystander, but somebody remembers something you did before you. Anything can happen when we refuse to keep moving forward. There's a reason that stuff is behind you, and there's a reason it's so hard to reach back there because you're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be. And another thing, y'all keep beating yourself up with regret. There's nothing you can do to change the past. Nothing. So when those intrusive thoughts come, baby, I can't do nothing about it. And next, you have to get control over your thoughts, okay? The Bible talks about us bringing our thoughts under the subjection of the obedience of the Most High. You don't just let whatever you're thinking roam around doing whatever it wants all willy-nilly. I often think about what our thought process would be if we did not have so many intrusive instruments. I mean, like the media, social media. If TV wasn't what TV is, how would us as a whole, as a people, how would our thought patterns be different? Would we have these crazy intrusive thoughts? Like I'm not afraid of heights, but I hear stories about people falling. So now in my mind, I'm wondering like, oh my gosh, how did that person fall? That's crazy. This could happen to me. What if the wind blows too hard and then I fall? What if my foot slips? Oh my goodness, maybe I should. No, you got to put them thoughts to rest. You cannot let them keep playing over and over in your head. Some of y'all beat your self-esteem into the ground yourself. Like nobody else has to help you. You're beating your self-esteem into the ground. Listen, stop looking at stuff online that is not uplifting. Stop it. Even people, like if you see somebody come across your timeline and you instantly get a bad attitude, unfriend. Why do you keep looking at it? For what are you following this person for, especially when you claim you don't even like them? I never understood that. Somebody I don't like, I don't want to see you at all, period. Stop interacting with, you tell your social media what you like by what you interact with. And it never ceases to amaze me how many people will post on an article or their comment, oh, I can't stand this. I hate this. This is so stupid. Your commenting is what's keeping it going. The social media machine, the algorithm does not care if your comments are positive or negative. It just knows that you showed interest in this enough that you were provoked to take action. So that means you will keep engaging with Facebook, with Instagram, with Reddit, with wherever you see the article at, with Quora. You're going to keep interacting with this. So we're going to keep showing you the stuff you interact with. Stop being so quick to respond to things that you don't like. Let it go. Ignore it. It's not going to do anything but damper your day. Like, I don't know if y'all realize, like, there's a limited amount of energy that you have for each day. Okay. There's a limited amount of time, of available activity that you have for the day. Why do you waste it on things that are of no benefit to you? And not only of no benefit, things that are painful. Okay, it's one thing if a thing is benign, like you can have a lump and it's benign, like it's just there, it's not hurting you, it's not doing anything. That's what they would call benign. And then you have things that can be malignant. These are things that hurt you. Okay, so even with if it's bothering you, just let it go. Why are you? I don't watch TV to keep up with. No, that's not true. I can't say that. No, I don't watch TV to keep up with people I hate. Now, if someone I don't like just happens to be on a show, excuse me, let me stop saying someone. If there's a character that I don't like that just happens to be on a show, then they just happen to be here. But I'm not going to watch House of Dragons because I hate Alicent so much. No, I'm going to watch House of Dragons because I love the Targaryens and I want them to win. I mean, I know, you know what I'm saying? I know they're going to because of Game of Thrones, but I want to see the Targaryens win. That's why I'm watching it. Okay, but if when you're only responding to things that you hate, then just like when that palm color girl got on the internet and spewed the N-word, hard R, with no remorse. And instead of us ignoring her and letting her go into the oblivion of the internet algorithm, people were interacting with the post, leaving comments, threatening her, whatever. But y'all made her famous for saying the N-word. That's basically what she got famous for. I'd rather listen to the hot tub girl than her. But instead of us okay, here's what I don't understand. They've been telling us for years that this is how it works. They've told, I don't know how many of y'all have watched any of the documentaries on Netflix about social media, but they'll tell you on there, they purposely put insightful things on there because this is what causes people to act. Women get naked online because this is what causes men to act. This is what gets them comments. This is what gets them likes. This is what gets them interaction, which leads to monetization. People are doing wild and crazy things. Men sit on the internet and say wild and crazy and provocative things because you'll interact with the material, which is going to lead to them getting monetized. And we live in a world right now that will justify all and any behavior based on the amount of money that you have or that you make from said behavior. I have seen people excuse anything because of money. This celebrity did such and such and such and such. And people be like, that's stupid. Y'all ain't got as much money as her. What does that have to do with this topic? All the money in the world didn't save her from this dumb decision. So what is... And as long as you feel like money can justify anything, then that's your idol. That's your God. That's what you worship. Look, it's hard to be righteous these days. I get it. There's like, you have to go looking for support for righteousness. Like my daughter is in an abstinence support group. She found a group of young women who have all pledged to abstain until they're married. They meet, they hang out, but she told me like, okay, well, this is what helps me to go through it, having a support group. And look, find support for what you're saying that you want. You can find the support online. There's righteous content. You can download the Messiah TV app. There's content at Monologue Magad. There's content on the Light Hebrew magazine. There's a lot of righteous media personalities in the Light Hebrew magazine. There's outlets and there are platforms that are exhibiting what you say that you want. But unfortunately, hate is the strongest emotion. That is what provokes people into action 9 times out of 10. And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? So this is why you have people putting out all kind of crazy content. So let's focus on what's going to build us up, what's going to make us better. And let's go in that direction. Like let's follow that out. Let's see where that's going to lead us. Instead of us constantly doing the same thing over and over again. Some stuff I can't watch on television. And y'all know I love me some TV. Like, I'm rewatching Game of Thrones. Okay, I started all over from the beginning. Like, I love a good drama. Like, I love me some TV. Okay, but there are some things that I just cannot watch. It just disturbs my spirit, and so I don't partake in that. And some of y'all will feel that, like that uneasiness in your spirit, like, I shouldn't be watching this. And you'll still sit there and partake in it. And then you wonder what's wrong with you, why you're always snapping at people, why you always feel like you got to get smart with everybody, why you always want to be petty, violent, argumentative. What are you watching on television? What are you consuming? If all you sit around all day is and watch reality TV, then yes, you're going to be petty and argumentative because that's what you're watching all day. You got to influence yourself better. Don't worry about other people influencing you. How are you influencing yourself? What are you doing to help yourself? It's not up to everybody else to help you. It's not. I know. I'm not supposed to say that. Yes, it takes a village, but how many of us really have a village? Let's be honest. How many of us really have a village? How many of us really? What's up? Like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know when we go live here at the House of Mono. If you are not on the YouTube, please head over to the YouTube, MONOLOGMAGAD. Let me put it on the screen for y'all. Make sure you hit that like button once you get there. And I told y'all I didn't really even come prepared today, y'all. I did. I've been so honed in on getting prepared for this weekend. And then I had to get my house together today, y'all, because child. I've been looking like somebody else mama live here, not me. So you know what I'm saying? I usually like have my topics and at least my side stories. I usually have my side stories written out. I freestyle the main topic, but I usually have my side stories written out. And I'm gonna be I ain't had no side stories for y'all today, babies. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But I did want to talk to my sisters. Okay. I did want to talk to my sisters. Because again, there's a glorious occasion coming up upon us. Okay. And I want this to be a happy time for all of us. I want you to look back on F3 with great memories, with, you know what I'm saying, smiles. I want you to take some dope pics and meet some dope people and just have a great time, eat some good food, like just vibe out. Like, I just want this to be a great experience for all of you. Okay. And so we have rules and boundaries to help this to be a great experience. All right. So I was thinking maybe a little refresher course. We go over those rules and boundaries to ensure that everyone has a good time. Okay. So that's what I was kind of like, that was kind of my mindset. Excuse me. That was kind of my mindset for today's show. So I'm trying to think. Yes. And so like we should have the law on our minds at all time. Okay? We should have the law on our mind. We should have righteousness on our mind. We should have the most high at the forefront of our thoughts and let that influence how we conduct ourselves. And now, y'all, I'm not talking about like I don't want to say what I'm not talking about because I don't know what works for any one person. So I don't want to knock anybody's method of anything. Okay? What I am going to say to you though is if you are new to the truth or you're just coming into the truth, please take some time to get settled and get your footing and figure out what you believe before you try to date and marry. Okay? Because that man is going to come with his own set of beliefs. And as his wife, it is your job to submit and support those sets of beliefs. Okay. And so if y'all aren't on the same page, that's a big problem. Right. And I'm going to say this and I'm just going to say it. A lot of y'all are not in the truth at all, sisters, ladies, ma'am, sis, cousins. Y'all aren't in the truth at all, or you're new to the truth and you get with a brother who has been in the truth or claims to have been in the truth or whatever, and you just feel like that means that your work is over. You're just going to go with whatever he says, only later to find out that you really don't like what he says. You really don't like the way that he you don't like the scripture that he uses to support his decisions. And a lot of y'all need to listen and pay attention when these men are talking because they'll twist the scripture to support their decisions too. They'll twist it. And some of them straight out lie. Some of them will straight out lie. Okay? A lot of them will twist and manipulate. And they feel like, "Oh, you don't know the Bible like I know the Bible." And ma'am, but it's not your job to argue. Like, don't argue with them or anything. Just okay, pay attention and observe. And once you hear that thing, pop your balloon. Okay, nope, this I know this ain't gonna go any further. No need for another date. We ain't gotta talk no more. It is what it is. See, because a lot of y'all will listen to a man talk and then you'll like go back and question him. And you know what I'm saying? You'll try to re-explain the thought to make it make sense to you, but that man said what he said. That man said what he said. He might have said something like, I'm trying to think of something crazy. He might have said something like he don't ever want you to look another man in the eye ever again. When you walk by him, you should hold your head down. You should never look at another man. Don't ever even say hi to another man. Don't nothing like that at all. And you would be like, well, what do you mean by that? Like, you mean my exes, or what do you mean by that? Like, you'll try to fill in those blanks in your head to make it make sense to you because you just feel like you got to have this man so bad. You'll fill it in your head to make it make sense to you. But then when y'all get down to living real life together, you realize, no, he meant what he said. And a lot of times y'all, I know I'm not supposed to say this, but a lot of times y'all make men feel like they have to lie to you. I don't want to say y'all force them to lie to you because you can't force anyone to lie. Okay. But a lot of times y'all put men in the position to lie to you. When you're getting to know a person and they tell you about themselves, that is what it is. That is what it is. They don't need your influence. They don't need your input. However you feel about it is however you feel about it. That's what that man said. He don't like Cheerios. He don't like Cheerios. You'll never find Cheerios in his house. That's what he means. But instead of you just accepting like, he don't like Cheerios, I like Cheerios, this might not work. You'll sit there and question him. What do you mean you don't like Cheerios? That's crazy to me. And he'll be like, well, maybe da 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 da. And I'm oversimplifying it, but these are the things that we'll discuss. And you know what I'm saying? You'll tell the man, oh, I'm looking for a man of God. And then, you ask him, well, how often you go to church? Well, you already told him you're looking for a man of God. So now he gonna lie and say, well, I go to church every Sunday, or I go to church on Sundays and Wednesdays. You're lying. This man told you he was at Juicy Crab last week, and instead of you deciding then and there that I need a law-abiding Israelite, we can't kick it no more, you'll sit there and question him about why he was at Juicy Crab and what was he eating, instead of you just accepting the fact like, nah, boo, he's a crab eating heathen. Accept it. What you mean you don't keep a Sabbath? What you mean you keep Friday to Sunday? No, you don't need to ask him nothing. He said what he said. Accept it. Accept that that's the truth and decide what you're going to do with it. That a lot of us be wasting time. Oh, I don't know. Accept it and move on. Make your decision and move on. Be ready to deal with the consequences. Listen, loneliness is not as bad as being around a person who you can't stand, or they can't stand you, or y'all can't stand each other. I would rather be alone on a deserted island with a bag of Doritos and a bottle of spring water than to be in the house with somebody who I don't like or don't like me and we don't like each other. I would rather be stuck in a snowstorm in a bathing suit than to be with a man that don't like me, that's jealous of me, that can't stand me, or that I can't stand him. I don't know why I'm with him, why I'm putting up with his crap. I'd rather open a can with a hammer and a nail. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Please stop feeling like just because you like somebody, he gotta like you too. Let me tell you something I learned very young. I don't like nobody that don't like me. I don't like nobody that don't like me. Once I figure out you don't like me, it's cool, but bye. I don't like lima beans. It's just that simple. It's just that simple as I prefer Pepsi over Coke. So that's why he don't like you. Okay, cool. I like my peanut butter creamy. He like it smooth. Okay, cool. It's that simple, but y'all want to over emotionalize it. Why he don't like me? Something must be wrong with me. I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna make him like me. No, all you're doing is playing yourself and again continuing to run your self-esteem into the ground. You're running your self-esteem into the ground, trying to convince somebody to like you, because every time you go to convince them to like you and they still don't like you, it's like you're just taking away from yourself. Think about it. You keep offering a piece of yourself and they keep rejecting it. You keep offering and they keep rejecting it. You're just filling yourself up with rejection instead of realizing, you know what? Let me go where I'm wanted. And even before that, learn to want yourself. Learn to want yourself. Learn to be okay with you. Pray about it, y'all. Pray about being happy with yourself in your room, your apartment, wherever you are. You should be able to come home and get comfortable and baby, that could be all she wrote. I got my food. I got my entertainment. I'm good in my house. It's okay. Look, learning to be happy by yourself doesn't mean that you're never going to get a man. That's not what that means. It means that you know how to contain yourself. Because listen, just because you're married does not mean that you're never lonely. Okay. My husband works a lot. And being a stay-at-home mom, I don't interact with a lot of adults. Like, I don't have a lot of adult conversation. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's one thing I miss from work, it's the camaraderie. It's being with coworkers, going out to lunch, you know what I'm saying? Doing different things. I do miss the social aspect of that. Okay. And if I did not know how to be content by myself, who knows what I'd be out here doing? Who knows? Y'all know how y'all get when y'all get restless and itchy and you just looking for some attention from anybody. You start attention seeking, going down the phone, sending out text messages. I mean, you know how it is. So please don't think that just because you're married that you automatically learn self-control or that you automatically learn to like yourself. No, that's I would imagine that it's hard to get to learn to like yourself when you're now trying to get to learn to like somebody else. There's so many ups and downs in marriage. You have to be sure about yourself. You, sis, gotta know I'm okay with me. Me and the Most High is good. This relationship is straight before you start trying to go and add people into it. Let me get to these comments. Sister Delicious. Self can be your own worst enemy for real. It can. If you don't listen, there's a reason that one of the fruits of the spirit is self-control. Y'all, we don't talk enough about the fact that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Okay, we don't talk enough about the fact that about that internal war between your spirit and your flesh. You know, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. We don't talk enough about that. You gotta understand that. There's a war inside of you that you need to win. It's two wolves that you get to choose who to feed every day, but they're both wolves. All right. So if you feed the wrong one, it's going to destroy you. And this is what you gotta understand, ma'am, sis, cousin. You can't go here. If your neighbor came to you and said, can I borrow some milk? And you ain't got none, you might have a milk container, but if there's no milk in it, then what good are you to anybody? You don't have any milk and you can't offer your neighbor any. This is what I'm saying about, and listen, stop thinking that this new idea of self-care can replace your self-esteem or your your self-esteem. I'm gonna say that, your self-esteem. Self-care does not equal self-esteem. Self-care just means you had enough money to go and buy this thing and do this thing and treat yourself. That's not a real reflection of how you feel about yourself. You get your hair and nails done to impress other people. It hasn't become a thing that you do for yourself. You dress for other people. It hasn't become a thing that you do for yourself, because if it was a thing that you do for yourself, modesty wouldn't be a problem. If you dressed for you, you would want to be modest. You would want to put yourself on that pedestal. You would want to set yourself apart, but you're still busy entertaining and trying to get other people's attention, being an attention whore. So you'll wear whatever, you'll do whatever, you say whatever you think will get other people's attention, instead of realizing like, nah, this ain't even what I want. But now, shalom, shalom, and shalom, more talk, shalom, and shalom, you guys. Instead of saying, no, this is not in the direction that I'm going. I don't know if y'all saw that clip. This lady was running a marathon and she was coming to the end. She was right under the time clock. Like, you could see the time clock. She's running to the end and her husband steps into the marathon trail with the two kids. And the daughter runs up to her and she's like, hi, mommy. But the mom keeps running. And I mean, she's this close to the finish line. The mom keeps running and she wins the race. But what I'm saying is a lot of y'all will stop that close to the end. this close to the end, you'll stop for any little distraction. And the thing about life is you don't know where your finish line is. You don't know. The man of your dreams could be waiting for you at the bus stop on Monday, but you got caught up with some joker on Saturday and you were not where you were supposed to be to get the blessing that you were supposed to receive. And I am a wholehearted believer in that fact. You have to be where you're supposed to be to get the blessings that you're supposed to receive. The blessing is still going to be there. The man's still going to be there Monday at 6:00, but you laying up with so-and-so. And so you never get that opportunity. It's simple things like that. Well, that's not fair. Nobody told me. Yet the Most High told you when he said don't have sex until you get married. He told you then. See, I'm about to wrap up, y'all. It's only 10 minutes left. I'm about to wrap up. But gosh, what was I about to say? We get so caught up and feeling like we need to know everything, feeling like we need everything right now, that we won't allow the Most High to do the work in us. Okay. And I just want to beg y'all, because more than I want y'all to be married, I want y'all to be happy and whole and fulfilled within yourself. Okay. And it's not, I'm not painting this picture of the strong, independent Black woman who don't need no man. No, I am not. But I'm painting the picture of the woman who needs to be a whole individual before she starts to try to be someone's wife. Okay. Yes, you conform to your husband. You mold to your husband, but you still very much have your own life. You're still very much your own individual person. When you have children, they're going to be interested in you as a person. Your husband is going to be interested in you as a person. If he really likes you and he really loves you, he's going to want to hear all your childhood stories and all your memories and the good things and the bad. Like, he's going to want to know all of those intimate details about you. But if you've been so busy chasing other people all your life, never taking time to develop yourself, you don't have anything to say. What do you have to talk about? You have a life full of horrible memories. When can you ever have a pleasant conversation? And I tell listen, one of the main reasons to be obedient is so you don't have to look back on your life with regret. And I'm telling you that from personal experience. There are so many things that might run through my mind. I'd be like, I totally did not have to. I totally could have avoided that. That totally did not have to happen if I would have just been being obedient. And so one of the top reasons for being obedient, so you don't have to look back over your life with sorrows and regrets. You got to be good with you before you can be great for anybody else. Absolutely. You got to show up for you before you can show up for anyone else. Okay. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me this evening. Thank you for sticking with me because, Atticus is Atticus and Pax, where you at? What's up, Pax, man? You up? Uh-oh. Paxton is awake, you guys. Come over this way. What was y'all watching? Fortnite or Roblox?
Roblox.
Y'all was playing Roblox? That's so cool.
Us?
Yep. That is a fact about obedience. It is true. It is true. It is. Listen, you may not understand every single second of why you have to be obedient, but I'm telling you, like, one of the main reasons so you never have to deal with the hurt. Okay? The hurt. I don't want that. What's that? Auntie Angelina said, hey, say, hey. Auntie Angelina will be here tomorrow, Lord willing. Tomorrow starts F3 weekend. We are so excited over here at the House of Mono. Tomorrow starts F3 weekend. Yes, it does. So I know a lot of people are going to be coming into town. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody Saturday morning at Sabbath service. Go ask Daddy to come here, please, so he can give us the details about Sabbath service. Because I'm sorry, you guys, I don't even know what time it starts.
Tomorrow?
Yes, F3 weekend starts tomorrow.
F3 is tomorrow. You are not saying.
F3 weekend starts tomorrow. F3, the main event, is on Sunday. Sabbath service, what time does it start?
11 o'clock.
Starts at 11 a.m.
As this over, we'll drop the flyer.
As soon as we go off the air, you guys, we will drop the flyer for the Sabbath service. But that will be Saturday at 11 a.m. Listen, I cannot wait to meet all of you guys. I know we talk every week. Lord willing, it's going to be a great time. I cannot wait to meet and hug y'all. The hurt can save your life, though. It can. Yes, F3 is finally here. The weekend is upon us. I will see y'all at
Tomorrow.
I will see some of y'all tomorrow. Those of you who are coming to work, those of you who have been tapped for the super selective work party. I will see y'all tomorrow. I will see everybody else Saturday morning, Sabbath service, 11 a.m. Then our meet and greet Saturday night, 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. After we get off, we will drop the flyers. Sunday, 12 p.m. Post Road Park in Winston, Georgia. It all goes down. F3 number 2, 2024. What? Oh, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. Come close. There's gonna be a lady there, right? Listen. She's going to be making these fish sandwiches. Okay. And listen, I'm not even a fish eater. Like, fish is never my first choice. If it's a choice between fish and wings, I'm going wings every time. Okay. But these fish sandwiches, honey, life changing. Okay. Life changing fish sandwiches. Literally the best fish sandwiches in Atlanta. So please make sure y'all have one of them fish sandwiches. Okay. I'm not even playing.
I'll have one.
You'll have one. Yes, you'll have one. Yes, tailgate red carpet style. Please. I cannot wait to meet you guys. See, why you got me opening this? Do you want this? Is this why you wanted me to open it?
No, I want you to eat it.
I don't even want it.
No, you bit that nut.
It's a pistachio.
It's still a nut.
Say less, sis. I love me some. Oh no, listen, the fish sandwich is so good, girl. The first time I had it, I couldn't believe it because I thought it was exaggerating. Because everybody in Atlanta say they can cook. Everybody in Atlanta, blah, 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 blah. No, sis.
That probably
Real deal. You need one or two or three of them sandwiches. As soon as I get them, I'm gonna ask her to go ahead and drop me one. Big back behavior down low. You already know. This whole weekend, it's going down. I'm probably not going to eat tomorrow. I'm probably not going to eat all day tomorrow to save a room for the weekend. We're going to have funnel cakes, hamburgers and hot dogs for the kids. Yes. We're going to have your Fred Flintstone turkey legs.
funnel cake.
Yes, funnel cake.
I love funnel cake.
We're going to have snacks, desserts, all kind of good stuff. There will be water. There will be plenty of water, like I said. But everything else will be there. Sodas. I saw lemonades on the menu. Will there be what? No, there'll be no Prime there. We will not be providing Prime. That stuff is so nasty. I don't know why y'all drink that like that. It's so nasty.
Okay,
Yes,
next F3, there's going to be Prime.
There's going to be Prime next year at F3?
Yes.
How you know that?
Next F3.
Who said?
Me.
You.
Next F3.
Next F3. Well, we got to tell Daddy next F3. There's got to be Prime. I don't know if y'all have had the Prime, but I do not like that stuff. They make popsicles out of it. So I do not like Prime. To me, it's worse than Gatorade. And I'm not a Gatorade fan, but Prime is worse than Gatorade.
No, it's not.
It's not. Prime is the best. Prime is the best. Is that what you're saying? What you do?
I just opened the cell.
All right, come on. Run down the businesses to everybody.
You can do it.
I can do it. Shout out to Top Tier Parties, which is our bouncy house business serving the West, not the West, serving the Metro Atlanta area, not just the West, serving the Metro Atlanta area. Also, don't forget about the Print Doctors. For all of your apparel printing, screen printing, DTG, all of your printing needs, you can holler at us at theprintdrs@gmail.com. Also, Mono's Westside Bullies. Please follow us. I don't know if y'all saw my little video of our little puppy Oreo. But yes, we do beautiful things.
I came up with the name.
He did come up with the name. We do beautiful things like that here at Mono's Westside Bullies. I'm going to get ready to rest my voice because I know there will be a lot of laughing and kikiing going on this weekend. So I'm going to rest my voice so I do not lose it. And I'm so looking forward to meeting all of you guys. If for whatever reason you can't make it to Atlanta, just keep us in your prayers. You can still donate at 3mgmusic.com if you know what I'm saying, you say you can't make it, but you would still like to support the new t-shirts. What new t-shirts?
The Young Group.
Oh, that's on another site, baby. That's another thing. Yeah, but if you would still like to donate or sponsor, you can head over to 3mgmusic.com. Now, if you're saying, hey, I would just like to help support the ministry that is going on at the House of Mono, that's going to be Cash App $ the House of Mono. Okay, F3 and the House of Mono, 2 different funding pots. So please direct your funds according to how you are being led. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else, you guys? Anything else where we go? No? Anything? All right. Thank y'all so much for kicking it with me this evening. I appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know when we go live here at the House of Mono. If I don't see you tomorrow, tomorrow. Well, this weekend, if I don't see you this weekend, I will see you back here next Thursday, same black time, same black station, YouTube at Monologue McGad, MONOLOG, MAGAD, Shalom and Shalom. We love you.
No, wait.
Good night.
No, wait.
What?
I can't wait to see you, Angelina.
Oh, can't wait to see Auntie Angelina. Oh, I can't wait for you guys to meet tomorrow. I'm sure this will be so funny. All right, love you guys. Good night.
Mono. Living super clean. Daddy came
One time for my king doing king things. Mom these hoes cause he know he got a good thing.
Tune in to Why Boaz Don't Want Your Ass with your host, Miss Mono.
Shalom and shalom, sisters and cousins, and praise the Lord saints. It's your favorite housewife, Miss Mono.
Every Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m. live on YouTube at Miss Mono's World and Monologue Magad. Now also available on the Saya TV on Roku and Fire Stick. Why Boaz Don't Want Your Ass.